Alrighty, what's going on, Knicks Nation? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, I'm so hyped right now. OG Anunoby just lit the Garden on fire. Fire. Hold on, let me get rid of this final score because it's wrong. Excuse me, I just wanted to come on here so quick. OG Anunoby just lit the Garden on fire. 32 points, 6 of 8 from 3. That's not shooting, that's sniping, by the way. That is not shooting, that's sniping. He's out there looking like Steph Curry with muscles. Let's go. OG. Guys, oh my God. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you right now. I am telling you right now. Eastern Conference, if this is OG Anunoby in April, Eastern Conference, be very afraid. Be very afraid. Be very afraid. We're sending messages now. Be very afraid, Eastern Conference. I am telling you, if OG Anunoby is going to continue to play like this, ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks are scary. OG's been quiet for too long, and now he's yelling out with his game. This is a new level, ladies and gentlemen. This is a new leap. Scary hours. This is Knicks basketball, baby. This right here is Knicks basketball, baby. Appreciate you guys in the chat. What is going on? Thank you for giving me your time on this Sunday evening. Knicks obviously beat the Phoenix Suns. Got dicey there in the end, but OG Anunoby sealed it. Our captain, Jalen Brunson, made his return tonight. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. Shout out to OG Anunoby. Shout out to the squad. 50-plus wins. Back-to-back seasons for your New York Knicks having 50-plus wins. First time that has happened since the 1994 season and the 1995 season, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Yo, bro. Guys. Yo, Alpha, what's going on? Doreen says OG. Isaiah says, I need to see this OG on Tuesday. Big Taz says, did you see the dunk from OG? Yes, I got it locked and loaded for you guys. OG is going to be great in the playoffs. Ron B says OG is on fire. D. Tyler says OG the dog. OG's playing like a top 10 player. Jared Ruiz says OG. Loud and clear, what's going on? Yuri, what's going on? Yo, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know what to say anymore. I don't even know what to say anymore. 10 straight games for OG Anunoby with 20 or more points. 10 straight games with 20 or more points. He's got me staring at the screen like, yo, bro, who's that? Who is that? That's Kawhi with vibes. That is Kawhi with vibes. OG Anunoby. I'm sitting here watching him. I'm sitting here watching him cook, right? Because that's what he's doing right now. He's cooking. I'm literally speechless. And then you have Mike Breen saying, we are watching the emergence of a lethal offensive weapon from OG Anunoby. I'm telling you right now, guys, if this is the OG Anunoby this Knicks team is going to get in the playoffs, and I truly believe this is the OG Anunoby this Knicks team is going to get in the playoffs, Eastern Conference, be very afraid. Be very afraid. Telling you. And tonight we saw some good things with JB and OG Anunoby because that's what we were looking for. A lot of deferring to OG Anunoby tonight, and as they should, because he's just playing like a superstar. The Knicks are going to be a problem if OG Anunoby continues to play like this. Like, seriously, like dangerous. Like, I'm not like, yes, I'm talking kind of crazy right now, but honestly, guys, he's playing amazing. Yeah, this guy turned into like an anime character mid-season. I'm here for every second of it, guys. I'm here for every single second of it. OG has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. The superstar has arrived. Superstar OG Anunoby, ladies and gentlemen. 32 points, 6 of 8 from 3, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and none other than this move right here. I mean, guys, what are we? Oh, disgusting. Where is it? Hold on, let me get it. Let me get this for you guys. Sorry. OG Anunoby's it. Ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. I gotta see that again. Guys. Yo, OG Anunoby is the truth, man. He's the truth. And heading into the playoffs, this is a very promising sign for this New York Knicks team. Very promising sign that not only do you have Jalen Brunson back, number one. Shout out to JB making his way back. Cat played a good game tonight. Mikel's played a good game tonight. Now you have a superstar in the making. You have a superstar in the making in OG Anunoby. And heading into the first round, heading into the second round, you have a sense of confidence that this man is going to perform and this man is going to dominate because that's what he has been doing. He's been dominating. Eastern Conference, man, I'm telling you, be very afraid of this version of OG Anunoby. And the confidence he is playing with right now, you see him in the post game. You see his face with his smirks. He knows it. Guys, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Big Taz says, can you play it again? I'm going to play it again. Who does this remind you of? Like, who is this player? I'm just happy he's on our team, man. He's looking like Kawhi Leonard with vibes out there. Awesome. Awesome, ladies and gentlemen. D. Tyler says OG catching bodies. Doreen says heart. Lamar says congrats, Jalen. Congrats, Jalen. Well deserved is him. Man, oh man. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Loud and clear. Vibe says, where is it? Mike says, what can I say? I know when you're right, you're right. I told y'all this was the player he can be last season because he has it all. Just needed to put it together. He keeps doing things to show that he is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing a leap that right before our eyes from OG Anunoby. I'm feeling good. I don't know how you guys feel. I'm feeling really good heading into the playoffs in a couple of weeks. I'm feeling really good, and he's the main reason. He's the main reason. And he's just playing incredible. And look, I'm speechless. I keep repeating myself every single post game, but it's warranted. I mean, he just continues to play at an extremely, extremely high level, an all NBA type talent that we're witnessing right now. And quite frankly, this leap is incredible. And look, this Knicks team, yes, I know we're going to be scoreboard watching as this post game is going down between the Milwaukee Bucks and the New Orleans Pelicans right now. Currently, the Pelicans are winning that game, so we're going to be scoreboard watching that game. As you can see, it's 71-66. That has implications. But look, all in all, look, the game was good. Look, the game was good. I mean, I'll talk about the game for a little bit, but the game was good for this team. You win 112-98 against the Phoenix Suns team, whose Bradley Beal looks like a shell of himself. Devin Booker is still a superstar. They were missing wide open shot after wide open shot in the first half. And look, every time OG touched the ball tonight, good things happened. Whether he drove it and kicked it out, whether he hit his shots. I mean, he's just 6 of 8 from 3. I mean, he's just playing incredible for this team. Mikal Bridges, 22 points, 4 assists, 6 boards from Mikal Bridges. Don't want to overlook the other guys. Mikal and OG have started to form some chemistry and have started to play like the true wings that ultimately we thought would give the Boston Celtics a chance. And look, you got a chance to show it against the Celtics this week. I'm not sure if that's going to matter because Boston, we pretty much have the 3rd seed locked up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If the Indiana Pacers lose, that means the Knicks, they're winning right now by 1 in Denver. But, yeah, I mean, that game against the Celtics on Tuesday is not really going to matter, but still, you want to show up. And, look, Cat tonight, 19 and 13 for Karl-Anthony Towns. Jalen Brunson, our captain, is back. Give it up for Jalen Brunson, 15.6 assists, and actually kind of sealed the deal with a 3 late in the 4th quarter after he was struggling with his shot all game long. And no minute restriction on Jalen Brunson, 34 minutes tonight, and hit a nice dagger in the 4th quarter. Looked like JB. Love the 6 assists here. But one thing I noticed tonight is Jalen Brunson deferred a lot. He deferred a lot, whether that was by design or whether that was simply due to the fact that OG Anunoby is unstoppable, and you want to give him the ball as much as possible. Jalen Brunson deferred tonight a lot of stuff where he wasn't taking the ball up, especially in the first half. You saw Mikal, Josh Hart, OG. You saw a lot of stuff mixed in. You even saw some sets with Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby coming off a curl that I'll show you guys in a little bit that is literally an unstoppable play because you really can't do much of it. But shout out to Jalen Brunson making his way back. And, yeah, I mean, you're now, this hasn't updated, but the Knicks are 50 and 28. Back-to-back seasons with 50-plus wins for this New York Knicks team. And, look, this season has been great, guys. Roller coaster, yes. A lot of up and downs, yes. But this season has been great. And now you want to be healthy into the playoffs. You're locked in a 3 seed. You're just waiting to see who you play in the first round. But, guys, I'm telling you, the way OG is playing right now, it's just making me extremely excited. Like, it is. Because prior to this, you know, we were all, like, I was nervous. I was like, I don't know. Pistons first round. I think the Knicks can do it. But, you know, it's dicey. Pistons play tough. But, guys, I mean, this leap is incredible. Like, honestly, it's incredible. His downhill stuff, he's learned. Somebody got to him, whether it's him. I know he's healthy. This is now his, I think, 71st game this season, by the way. So I think he hasn't done that since his rookie season. So he's healthy. He's feeling good. Yes, 71st game. He hasn't played 70 games since his rookie season, by the way. And that was in 2017 going into 2018. He's healthy. He's looking good. He is a dominant force right now that nobody, quite frankly, wants to stay in front of, and nobody, quite frankly, can guard at this moment. 13 of 17 from the field, 6 of 8 from 3, 6 boards, 2 offensive, 3 assists, 32 points. Defensive demon, causing havoc. Man, oh man. Vibe says OG was right when he said he wanted more touches. He was. Prezi says, and some fans wanted to trade him. Man, Yuri says, I'm in VC. Appreciate you guys that are in the Discord right now. Link is pinned up in the chat. You guys can hop into Discord and go to the post-game call-in. When I get to your calls later, I will get to your calls. Yuri, be patient with me. Appreciate you, though, Yuri. Man, oh, man. Tony says, going into the playoffs, you got to be more aggressive on the offensive boards. 41 total rebounds, 6 offensive boards. Tony always finding something with Tony. Look, Tony, 6 offensive boards tonight. Yeah, if you want to nitpick, the Suns were getting every single board, especially offensive, and especially in that first half where they were flying all over the court and they just couldn't hit anything. I mean, they shot 4. They made 4 threes. 4 of 34 tonight from 3, 11%. And they nearly made this a close game in the end. So despite, you know, all the good stuff from the New York Knicks, OG Anunoby, if the Suns were to hit most of their shots, they probably would have won this game. But sometimes that's how it rolls. Sometimes you can't find the basketball. And, yeah, on their side, you got, you know, Bradley Beal. I mean, sheesh, that contract. I'm sorry, Phoenix fans. I'm sorry. I truly am. That's all I'm going to say with that. Devin Booker is still a superstar. Still, I mean, it was just a Devin Booker show. I mean, he really got no help out there. Grayson Allen did some things, but always 6 from 3. And look, you got it done. You win 50 games. Mitch, 2 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal. Campaign. You were fully healthy for the first time all season, guys. That is a huge step in the right direction. Fully healthy for the first time all season, and let's hope it stays that way. But we talked about loud and clear says a lot of people are making business decisions when seeing OG coming down the lane. Loud and clear is a business decision. It's a business decision. You're not going to want to stay in front of a 250-pound bull. You're not. If this OG Anunoby is going to show up in the playoffs, Eastern Conference, be afraid. Be afraid. All right, so we talked about the rotation, right? We were wondering what the rotation would look like with a fully healthy Knicks squad. So you got the rotation today. You got Mitch, Campaign, McBride, and Landry Shamet. That is your 4 players going to come off the bench for this team in the playoffs. As I predicted, as I said, and as it should be. But, Tom Thibodeau, if these guys don't show up in the playoffs, if Payne doesn't show up, if Shamet doesn't show up, you got DeLon Wright sitting there. DeLon Wright DNP tonight. A lot of Knicks fans want DeLon Wright in the playoff rotation, me included. But, you let Payne and Shamet do their thing, see what they got. But this is the rotation. This is a 9-man rotation into the playoffs, and the minutes are going to fluctuate, and we just have to go from there. But this was a back-to-back game. Let's not forget that, Tony. So that's why you had the lack of effort on the offensive boards and the rebounding. So, yeah. Loud and clear says KD can kick rocks, in my opinion. I saw a lot of people willing to trade OG Anunoby for maybe a KD. No. No. I'm sorry. KD is awesome, amazing, but yes. Loud and clear says no place for him here at this point in his career. Still a great player. Got to see how the playoffs shake out, right? But yes, OG Anunoby, look, he's 27? And worth every penny of that contract. A lot of Knicks fans were questioning largest Knicks contract given out in Knicks history. It was a big contract. Huge contract. The New York Knicks record with OG Anunoby, ladies and gentlemen, is, I think I saw it on X, but is ridiculous. And for good reason. He does everything. He's a 5-tool player. He literally does everything on the court. And now you're seeing him take a leap offensively, which is getting me extremely excited come postseason, right? Brunson, 3-9 tonight. Got to the free throw line, though. You love to see that. He's rusty. First game back from an ankle injury. I'm just happy to see him out there. But you beat up on the Suns. You get to 50. And now you're sitting here just in a good spot. You're going to be the 3rd seed, right? And now you got, 4 more of these games? Yeah. Boston, Detroit, Cleveland, and Brooklyn on the docket. And it's pretty much it. We're going to have to wait and see who the Knicks play. But man, oh man. Knicks win 112-98, guys. Let me I forgot to update the stats, but I'll update the stats. Let me try to do that. I don't need to. Man, oh man. Suns 98. Knicks 112. All right. Appreciate you guys in here. Thank you for giving me your time once again. Knicks get to 50 wins on the season. And look, we're witnessing an offensive leap for Mr. OG Anunoby. And guys, right now, it's, I don't know, this version of OG and Mikal. I know Boston has blown us out 3 games, right? And look, I'm still not really confident in that matchup in the second round, and we just have to get past the first round. But our wings just haven't shown up against that team. And if OG's playing like this, it's going to cause havoc for them defensively. I mean, they got to throw somebody at OG. And right now, nobody can guard OG. This prior to the season, this is why a lot of Knicks fans thought we can go far. This is why a lot of Knicks fans thought you can go toe-to-toe with the Boston Celtics. You made the trades. You acquired Mikal. All right, you got the wings now to go toe-to-toe against Boston. We haven't seen that. You traded for Cat. He's been playing great. Now you're seeing a version of OG Anunoby who, if he plays like this, and Mikal, because that's important, if Mikal plays like this against the Celtics, you got a chance. You do. Because I don't care who they're, like Boston, nobody wants to stay in front of OG. Nobody wants to play him. Like, nobody. If OG's playing like this, man, you got a chance against Boston. You do. So that is the reason why I'm getting excited. And I know some of you in the chat are probably like, come on, man, what are you talking about? Boston's going to kick our ass. I know some of you are saying that right now in the chat. But it's incredible what OG's doing right now on the basketball court. 10 straight games of 20 or more points. And tonight he did it with JB on the court. And again, I saw some offensive sets with Jalen Brunson diverting to OG Anunoby. And that is important. That's what you want to see. Brunson's still going to get his. We know what playoff JB is. But it's scary hours right now for OG Anunoby. Scary hours. Hit him up, says we just eliminated the Phoenix Suns out of the play-in. Damn, we did? My bad. Phoenix. What a disaster. Who's more of a disaster, the Phoenix Suns or the Philadelphia 76ers? Oof. L Figgy says Suni was definitely eyeing my man OG courtside. Guys, I mean, stud. Look at OG Anunoby looking at Suni. I think he was looking at Suni. I think so. You think he was looking at Suni? Let me pull it in the chat what L Figgy is talking about. This is the second game that she's been at the Knicks courtside watching the New York Knicks. And OG Anunoby in both games has performed extremely, extremely well in both of these games. So her name is Sunisa Lee. I think she's in gymnastics. OG Anunoby has performed in both games with her sitting courtside. So, hey, whatever gets him going. But he was performing well prior to this. But that gave him. Shout out to JB. Let's go, man. Let's go. Look at this. Look at this. These are the eyes of a person who I would be very, very afraid of if I was an Eastern Conference contender. He is staring into the soul. I mean, sheesh. 32 points, 13 to 17 from the field, 6 of 8 from 3, 6 boards. Yuri says OG got tased. Loud and Clear says the 76ers absolutely suck. The tanking Sixers. Man. Tony says Suni got OG playing like Jordan out here. Yeah, man. OG is incredible, guys. Incredible. Score update. Bucks are winning by 3 against the New Orleans Pelicans heading into the fourth quarter in that game. So, look, if the Bucks win that game, guys, we can go back to the standings. Let's say the Bucks win that game because that's, what it's looking like. The Bucks are now 2 games ahead of the Detroit Pistons, and they own the tiebreaker, right? 1 game ahead. 1 game ahead, but it's essentially 2 because they own the tiebreaker currently. They play 2 games late in the season. Pistons, Buck, they play 2 games against each other. So, yeah. Right now, the odds are saying that you're going to play the Detroit Pistons in the first round. That is what the odds are saying. Bucks have the Pelicans again, by the way. They have them twice. They have them tonight and they have them again. So you figure you give them give them a win tonight, you give them a win that game. Before, it was looking like Detroit would finish 5, Bucks would finish 6. Now it's flipped. Now it's looking like Detroit's going to finish 6, and the Bucks are going to stay in the 5th seed. But yeah, like Tony says, Bucks and the Pistons play 2 games end of the year. It will come down to that. It might not. It might not, but it could. West End says X-Men. Isaiah says, yo, can we talk about the step back 3 he hit? All right, let me bring up the play that I was talking about with OG Anunoby and Jalen Brunson. I was going to talk about this in my Knicks film room session, which is, obviously for members, which is what I love and love to break down these films. But here is the film that I was talking about. Let me add this really quick for you guys. So, all right. So here is the play. This was in the second quarter. Just try to get this bigger for you guys. All right, so Brunson has the ball, right? You see OG Anunoby. All right, let's roll this play. Roll a play. It's hard to guard, man. It's hard to guard. That play right there is hard to guard because you have OG Anunoby coming off a screen, like a sort of like a weak screen he set to get that switch. Right, and then OG is looking towards his right because he's going to go that way because I think this wasn't Grayson Allen, but what's his name is trying to overhelp on Brunson because he can get past him. And watch OG straight to the basket and look at Devin Booker just has to help on OG Anunoby because nobody currently can guard him. And right now you see Mikal wide open in the corner, right? And right here, this play is just going to warrant great results. Mikal can either take this shot or give this to a wide open Jalen Brunson right here. And Mikal takes the shot and hits it. I mean, that play right there is indicative of how great this Knicks offense can be. And I feel like they can run that a lot, and I feel like they would. And we saw that a lot tonight. So, shout out to the boys, man. Loud and clear say Knicks win, Mets win. Everyone like the live. Hit the thumbs up. Let's go. Smash the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Appreciate you guys in the chat once again. You can call into the show. Get to your calls a little bit later. I see Yuri hopped up in the Discord. El Figgy says we need to beat the Pistons or Cavs or both this week. It's sports psychology. Can't make them into some insurmountable enemy we can't defeat. Yeah, look, I like that. Sports psychology. You can't go, 0 of 8 against them? Yeah, I mean, you can, but then, you just want to get that monkey off your back and kind of get into a good rhythm heading into the playoffs, and at least you show that you beat them. But you don't know that these games really don't matter. But we just have to wait and see. Does Boston play their starters? Does the Knicks play their starters? You figure they will and scale it back a little bit. Donovan Mitchell just went down with a sprained ankle. So you don't know the severity of that. And that goes back to what I was talking about. Anything can happen in these playoffs. Donovan Mitchell hurt his ankle tonight, went down. Don't know if he returned in that game. But anything can happen. Anything. Yuri says, yo, Denver making a run. Mike says, yo, the step back 3 from OG had me in silence. I said, yo, he's arrived. The 3 volume from him is absolutely amazing. And when you guys start playing up on him, it's going to be easy money for him to get going. Mike, yeah, look, it's been a heck of a run for Mr. OG Anunoby. A heck of a run from him. And look, man, exciting stuff, really exciting stuff, truly exciting stuff that we're witnessing from OG. Going downhill, making the right reads, because even though he's going downhill, he's not really forcing it. I know tonight he had, 3 turnovers in the first quarter. So, okay. But still, he finished the game amazing. Even though he's going downhill, he's not really forcing the ball. He's not really forcing his move. He's hitting his open man, Mikal in the corner, he's kicking it out. He's not forcing it. When he has the lane, he will dunk it on you. He will lay it up on you. And he's just making great decisions right now with the basketball. Great decisions. He's a cheat code. OG Anunoby is a cheat code. He is. That's the best way I can describe him. He's a cheat code right now. 6'8", 250. Can play great defense and now can dunk it on their head, and can play great offense. Not too many players in the NBA that can do that. Not too many players. And that, we are witnessing the upside of OG Anunoby currently. That's what we're witnessing. Shout out to OG, man. Loud and clear says Clyde said, when do we ever say OG and shaking and baking? But he's shaking and baking, elevating and devastating. Hearing Clyde talk about OG is great, man. We even heard Clyde Frazier singing tonight on the broadcast, right? Moving and grooving. That's what Clyde was singing tonight. We had Clyde feeling good. And yes, Phoenix made their run in the fourth. Look, Knicks this season have demolished these teams that stink, that are under 500. The issue has been the teams above 500 that this Knicks team has struggled against. And you play who's on your schedule, but I think this team is battle tested. I do. And no matter who they face in the first round, the Bucks, the Pistons, I think this Knicks team should and will advance to the second round. They have to. I mean, that would be an epic disaster if they don't. So no matter if it's the Bucks or the Pistons, yes, the Pistons play scrappy. They play their young group. You got Cade, an upcoming superstar. They're 2-1 against you in Madison Square Garden. You know, they got shooters. JB Bickerstaff, you've outcoached them before. Detroit is, I mean, the Palace, tough place to play, right? Tough place to play, but still, this Knicks team should be able to get it done. And currently, the way they're playing, especially the way OG's playing, it should be quick. Should be. Keith, what's going on, Keith? Always appreciate you in here hopping. Thank you for the support. Thank you guys all for the support, as always. Once again, thank you for giving me your time on this Sunday evening. Knicks right now, the season is winding down. We're just scoreboard watching, but you love the great play of OG. You love the great play of Cat currently and Mikal. Josh Hart, one rebound shot yesterday of a triple-double in Atlanta. But, yeah, and now you saw Deuce. Deuce came in, hit a three, looked like Deuce. Positive sign. Campaign, looked like Campaign was rusty a little bit, but you love the 6 assists tonight from Campaign. So, Landry Shamet is now starting to shoot the ball extremely well. So, these are all positives heading into the playoffs for this New York Knicks team. And right now, you have to feel good as a Knicks fan. You have to. Loud and clear says, let's go Nuggets. This is coming down to the wire. 119, 118. If the Pacers lose, the New York Knicks clinch the 3 seed. Although I think they're going to get the 3 seed. But if the Pacers lose, the Knicks clinch the 3 seed. And then you're stuck. You can't go up. You can't go back. Then it's a matter of, what do the Knicks do? Do they play the starters a ton of minutes? Do they scale them back? You know Mikel's going to play because he's Iron Man. But there has to be a point in the season where the next 2 games, I know the Boston game's on TNT on Tuesday, but at Detroit versus Cleveland, at Brooklyn, if you don't need these games, I mean, I don't want these guys to play. Like, I don't. I know Brunson is going to get his 65 games. I know he wants that, and that's why he returned tonight, and it's good to see him healthy. But, like, the last game of the season, you shouldn't see anyone. Rarely, you shouldn't. And I know you have a week off. The playoffs start the 19th and the 20th, or the 20th for this team. So, Pacers stink. Say Rick Carlisle would blow this game, I promise. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to Yuri in the Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to Yuri in the Discord. Yuri, how are you doing tonight, sir? What's going on?
Good. All I'm going to say is, did I just see OG do a 360 dunk? Did I just see that?
Yes, you did.
Like,
yes, you
that
did.
was beautiful.
At the end of the game, too. No mercy from this Knicks team, by the way. At the end of the game.
Which you love to see, by the way. You love to see. This is the game you want to see. They're finally fully healthy. Finally. I know it's been a long time since we said that. You dealt with injuries for so long. You
Wait,
got
hold
Deuce
on, hold
back.
on,
You
hold
got
on, Yuri.
Jalen
Hold on.
back.
Fully healthy. Let's go. I did the DJ air horn. I don't know if you heard that through the Discord, but I did the
I heard
DJ.
it.
What you got,
Fully
Yuri?
healthy.
Yeah.
Nothing, man. I can't talk about OG enough.
Talk about him. Talk about him. Come on.
Defensive demon.
Talk about him.
Two-way defensive demon. He has put so much emphasis on me to the point where I'm like, I have to get a jersey for you now. I was gonna get a Mikal jersey. I was gonna get a Jalen jersey, Josh Hart jersey. Now I'm on a sole believer of I have to get an OG jersey.
Yep. You know what I was thinking about? I was going to buy an OG Anunoby jersey live on stream. That's how excited I was. Obviously, I'll look at it after the stream, but jerseys are expensive. But I was going to buy one live on stream. I have a Brunson. I have a Hart. I have who else do I have? I have Mikal, but I was gonna buy an OG Anunoby jersey. I might do that still, by the way.
Right. And honestly, you should because it's deserved. He deserves it. I had issues with the contract, obviously, but not until afterwards where he started impressing me more and more. I never gave up on OG, even though I'm a Mikal Bridges guy. Mikal, I've had my doubts about Mikal as well, but it's nice to see this team finally gain chemistry after 1 year of playing with each other.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any
And
doubts
I
about
think
that
that's
contract
important.
now, Yuri?
No, I don't. Matter of fact, I think we underpaid him. Yeah, no, you said something about that Bradley Beal contract. I actually looked into that contract.
3
No
more
trade
seasons.
clause. Got you dealing with him for 3 more seasons. They can't trade him.
Disaster.
And David Fitzdale, bye bye. See you next time.
I forgot David Fizdale was on the Phoenix Suns assistants bench.
Oh no, here's the thing. Evan Clear got a little peed over with me because I mentioned his name. He was like, "Why you got to bring that name up to me?" I was like, "I'm sorry, Evan. It's true though." David Fitzdale. We had him as our head coach, and he's gone. And guess who we got in good? I think I could set it up. Okay, we got Tibbs,
Yep.
Tom Thibodeau. By the way, shout out to Tibbs, man. Back-to-back 50-win seasons. You love to see it.
Hey, all Thibs does is win. Obviously, I think if he stays another year, he will pass. I think Van Gundy is next up on the list, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Van Gundy's next up. He's got 248 wins right now.
yeah. So I think that's. We'll see about that, but yeah, shout out to Thibs, man.
Right. I know there's going to be questions in the offseason
Yeah,
about
it depends.
Tibbs.
Look, Gary, it depends on how this Knicks team is in the playoffs, right? That's
Does
all.
in the
That's
playoffs.
all how we can judge this Knicks team. How are they going to play in the postseason? Because that's all that matters right now is how they're going to play. But right now, heading into the postseason, you're extremely excited that the guys are clicking on all cylinders and you're healthy and
Oh,
OG
yeah,
Anunoby
no, OG's
is
clicking.
playing like a
Jalen Brunson
freaking
looks like
stud.
he's kind of got his touch back. Kind of got his touch back at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't want to say he does have his touch back because he was a little off from three today.
Yeah.
And I noticed about that game, and this is going to be my last point before I hop off.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Brunson was passing the ball a lot more,
Yep.
which obviously he was doing before, right? But I noticed him passing a bit more. I don't know if that was because he didn't feel like his shot was there, you know? But I noticed him facilitating a lot more than I normally would like. So I would like him to be a little bit more aggressive.
Yuri, appreciate the call.
Obviously, no problem.
Shout out to Yuri in the chat, man. Thumbs up for Yuri in the chat. Yeah, Jalen Brunson was passive tonight. And whether that's due to, I don't know if that was by design, but he was playing off ball more. Don't know if it's because of the injury. The Knicks don't want to push it. Obviously, he made a big 3 in the fourth quarter. But that was a question mark a lot of Knicks fans had. Look, I was seeing it. I mean, a lot of you guys in the chat, like, OG can't do this with Jalen Brunson. Well, Jalen Brunson was back tonight, and he did it. Right? He did it. OG still dominated with Brunson back. And like I said, you saw a lot of off-ball stuff from Jalen Brunson. he wasn't bringing the ball up every single time down the court. Again, he's coming back from injury. I don't know if that had to do with that, but still, it's great to see OG Anunoby just being the dominant player that he has been with our captain, Jalen Brunson. It's great to see that. Pacers are going to win right now. Right now it's 124 to 120. They're up 4 with 14 seconds left. I see you guys in the chat talking about it. And, so the Knicks, the third seed would just have to wait in terms of clinching it. But, right now you can't see my face. So Pacers are looking like they're going to win that game. But still, guys, I think we're going to win. I think we're going to still get the third seed. I think that's still going to happen, right? I mean, right now, the games that concern me is Milwaukee and New Orleans. Like, I think Milwaukee's going to wind up losing that, but it's a 5-point game. You never know. Milwaukee wins. It gives us more. It gives Knicks Pistons more of a possibility of happening in the first round. So that's where we're at right now, guys. That is where we're at right now. But you have to feel great if you're a New York Knicks fan. You have to. Pacers says when OG plays like this, Brunson better pass the ball. Brunson is going to get his points in the playoffs as he should because he is a stud. But, yeah, I mean, look, OG's playing like an absolute demon. And right now, you saw tonight Jalen Brunson and OG played well off one another. Brunson sealed it, obviously, with the clutch basket, kind of, quote-unquote winning the game for the Knicks. But in the playoffs, it's a different basketball game, right? It's a different game. Things slow down, but I'm extremely excited. Stanley says Nuggets without Murray, dead in the water against the Pacers, turnover after turnover from exhausted Jokic. Yeah, final. Pacers win, 125-120. So the New York Knicks clinching the third seed is going to have to wait. But I think the magic number's 1, right? Should be. The Knicks win their next game against Boston, I think that's it. Or if the Pacers lose, I think that's it. Like, the Pacers have to go. How many games do they have left? They have 4 games left. They got to go 4. They got to go 5-0. So, I mean, they won tonight, and they got to go 4-0 the rest of the season, and they have Cleveland twice. Now, Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell's not going to be playing because I think he just got hurt tonight. And the Knicks have sort of, I would say, a tough schedule to close out the season, but doesn't, like, Boston, Detroit, Cleveland, and Brooklyn. So Knicks are going to be the third seed, guys. Tony says, wouldn't we want the 4th seed? Honestly, we've spoken about that, Tony. At this point, I think the Knicks are going to lock up the 3 seed, but the 4th seed, it doesn't matter to me. 3, 4, yeah, Cleveland or Boston. Just pick one in the second round. You want to play Cleveland? Finish the 4th seed. You want to play Boston? Finish the 3rd seed. So right now, that's how it's set up, but I just think the way it is, the chances are just like 2% that the Knicks finish the 4th seed. So I don't think that's going to happen. A lot of Chris says 3rd seed belongs to the Knicks regardless. It just would have been sweeter if we clinched the 3rd seed at the Pacers' expense. Agreed. The Pacers thinks that it don't matter who we play the first round. Knicks are smoking Detroit or Milwaukee. The second round is in question. El Figgy says we have a back-to-back with Detroit and Cleveland. It's all about mindset. These games don't really matter, right? They don't. You want to build good habits, though, and obviously you want to stay healthy into the playoffs because if you're not, it really doesn't. You want to be healthy, right? You clinch the top 6 seed. You're on your way to clinch the top 3 seed, and you're on your way to the odds are saying you're going to play the Detroit Pistons in the first round. At least those are the odds. Right? I keep checking this Milwaukee. Yeah, they're going to win. So 4:26 left. Milwaukee is up 8 against the New Orleans Pelicans. We'll be watching that as well because currently the Milwaukee Bucks own the tiebreaker against Detroit, and those two play 2 games at the end of the season. So if they win tonight, they go up a full game ahead of the Detroit Pistons. So let's say they go a full game heading into that doubleheader matchup against Detroit, doesn't matter. You're playing Milwaukee. I mean, you're playing Detroit. Right? Did I do that right? Did I do that right? I don't think I did that right. But you guys get my gist. Currently, the odds say you're playing the Pistons. Let's just leave it at that. I think I did the math wrong. Stanley says, why didn't Thibs play DeLon Wright tonight? Wright deserves to get minutes in the rotation. Yes, Stanley, I made a video about DeLon Wright. Shout out to DeLon Wright. He's been playing absolutely incredible for this team. But I said that I think Tom Thibodeau is going to go with the rotation he went with tonight. I think it's going to be Mitch. It is going to be Mitch, Deuce, Shamet, and Payne. Those are your 4 bench players coming off the bench. And currently, it has to be by a game-by-game basis. Has to be. You cannot give these guys 3-4 games to snap. I mean, you can't. If Landry Shamet is struggling and not playing well, which I'm not predicting, you have to pivot. You can't be stubborn and just continue with the rotation. You have to pivot, especially if the series is close. Now, if we're like up 2-0, 3-0, I mean, it doesn't matter. But if the series is close, I personally think if one of the guys off that bench isn't playing well, you have DeLon Wright sitting there, and he has shown you when his name is called, when his jersey's called, he can provide. He can provide us value. And that's important heading into the playoffs, to know that, look, if Shamet's not going to give us anything, okay, we got Wright. If Payne's not going to give us anything, okay, we got Wright. And this coaching staff, especially Tom Thibodeau, has to pivot. Has to. Now, like I said, if we're up 2-0, 3-1, I don't think he's going to pivot. But if it's a close series and you need a spark, it's just good. Good problems to have, right? I mean, but currently I think that he's not going to be in the playoff rotation, right? It's going to be different situations where you throw him out there, let's say late game situations where you have a DeLon Wright or for a defensive possession. So I think that's the thing on DeLon Wright. El Figgy says, I like to see Thibs add DeLon to the rotation. We should also give Precious a couple of minutes here and there to rest Cat. You want Precious Achiuwa to play in the playoffs, El Figgy? The way Precious is playing? He didn't play tonight. I don't think he's going to play. I don't think he's going to play in the playoffs. I don't. I think this is your 4 off the bench, and Precious is the odd man out. Now, if something happens, you go to Precious, good. It stinks because I remember moments last year where Precious was very, very important for us. Like, there's a play that's coming to my mind where I think it was the last game. I think it was game 6 where Precious Achiuwa had a key tip back off a missed free throw to allow the Knicks to secure a rebound. He had some great defense on Joel Embiid. Right now, mentally, I just think he's not there. Had some great moments for us last year in the playoffs. This year, he had some good moments. I just think he's in a funk right now that you can't afford to just throw him out there and hope that he snaps out of it, you know? And when you have Shamet playing well and Payne is the guard and you have Mitch back and Deuce is back, I mean, Tom Thibodeau's not going to play 10 guys in the playoffs. He's not. Like, no shot Precious Achiuwa plays, in my opinion, in the playoffs. So, Isaiah says, do we think Precious is on the team next season? I don't. El Figgy says, I'm not saying give him 20 minutes, give him 10 to 12 minutes. I just don't think, I really don't think it's going to happen. I don't. I don't think. I think the rotation you saw tonight is the playoff rotation. Right? I think that's it. Now, if Karl-Anthony Towns gets into foul trouble early and is in foul trouble throughout the game, maybe that's when Precious Achiuwa comes in the game. Because that's the low-hanging fruit. Cat has gotten into foul trouble in the past. When he gets into foul trouble, And Mitch is still on a minute restriction, or even though it's all hands on deck in the playoffs, in my opinion. But I think that's when you would see Tom Thibodeau twist up the lineups if that was the case. So Pacers think say Thibs will only play 8 guys in the playoffs. Precious won't be one of those 8. Yeah, I mean, he won't. But right now, I think he's going to play 9 guys. I really do, especially in the first round. Like when things get tight, I think he will play 8, but I think he's going to play 9. I really do. And, Bucks are up 8 right now. They're still up 8, 3 minutes left. Pistons. Pistons got the Kings. They got us. And they got Milwaukee twice. So, yeah, man. We just have to wait and see what happens. Hey, I might be on the road with the Knicks this year. Like I said, I don't know if it's official yet, but I might be traveling to either Milwaukee or Detroit. Go on the road with them, support the guys on the road live from the hotel room. So I'm excited to possibly do that. But yeah, it's going to be a fun playoffs. It is really going to be a fun playoffs, and I'm just excited for everything to come. Let me see if anyone's waiting in the Discord. No one's waiting in the Discord. LP says the Pacers run an 11-man rotation. This is why Obi, Nembhard, and Turner are averaging 20-plus a night. Fresh legs. Yeah, it's looking like the Knicks are not going to play the Pacers until, if we get to the Eastern Conference Finals. If the Pacers, knock out the Cavs or one of those teams. So I think we're going to avoid the Pacers until if we were to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. So we just have to wait and see regarding that. But, yeah, man, 50-plus wins. Great game for the New York Knicks. Love the squad. Shout out to OG Anunoby. Shout out to you guys in the chat once again. Knicks win 112-98. 50-plus wins. I'm excited for the playoffs. Only got 4 more of these things. Everyone's healthy. Everyone's back. And we just have to continue to watch OG play great and watch greatness as it unfolds because OG is currently playing awesome. Let's get to one more comment before we head up on air. The Pacers stuck. They play absolutely no defense. They just got out. They just go out and try to outscore the other team. That's why they have big numbers. Pacers stuck. Hey, that's why you have the name. Pacers stink. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Once again, I have the membership down below. You can catch me doing film work every single week. I release a film video. Appreciate the support once again. Appreciate the members. Loud and clear. Mike, appreciate all of you guys. Crimes Dad is not in here tonight, I don't think, but I appreciate all the members in the chat. Jay Beers, appreciate all the members. But, yeah, Knicks win. OG's incredible. Think we're going to be doing a pod tomorrow. Just be on the lookout for the scheduling. But, yeah, I'm Anthony. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great night. As always, let's go Knicks. Peace.